My crafty YouTube friends, how is everyone doing today? Welcome to my channel. This is Sherry. I hope you're doing well. I am glad you're here. I am working on this journal right here now. This is the next vintage journal. I did, the first two. I've done two. And this was the third one. And I did show you this one as a next one too. But I think I said this was going to be the next. In the last video where I was working on these journals, I think to flip through, I probably said this one was going to be the next one, but I forgot about this one that I already had. We had already worked on this cover together and put the birds on here. So this was actually the next one, and then that one might be the next one. When I do the next vintage journal, I do want to do some spring Easter journals, at least a couple. So I'm going to get my spring stash or Easter stash out and show you what I have, and we'll see what books I have in there to turn into journals, and that'll be fun. But this one I wanted to go ahead and do first. So I have the cover done, and we put these birds on together, and let's see, I picked out this fabric for the spine. This was a valance, from a curtain, and it had the little curtain rod slot in it and everything. So that's how I knew it was. A piece of fabric I picked up at a thrift store. And I just thought I was looking for colors that would go with the colors here in the birds and this color behind this bird, and just look good as a vintage fabric with this very grungy, what I would say is very grungy anyway, cover for this very old book. I think the copyright on this one was 1931, and I will be putting the copyright page in here as a page in one of the signatures, or I usually try to put that in the first signature. So, and then here's the back. The cover again on this one, like the last one, was just a plain grungy cover. So I picked out this. I looked through several vintagey scrapbook papers, and this one just really called to me, and so I left a little border around on this one, and it's just, I think it looks so pretty on the back here. So, and then the inside, here's that same fabric, and then this was the original insides. I just thought this was really cool looking, and so I left it. It's just so vintage, and this was from the library where it was a little kind of identification of the library. And the title of this book was Story of Music. So that's interesting. But this is, can you see it's tattered, just to point it out in case you're interested, just to show you the exact condition of what this cover looks like. There's a number up here in this corner, but this is how it was. And then there's I didn't put this library card in here. The library, where it was, apparently put that in there. And it apparently was never used either. So it's kind of funny that it was never used, but, very vintage little library pocket there, and the library card, the original one. I think that's pretty cool. So, yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. So I went ahead and picked out some papers for the pages. So I wanted to show you and get started on working on those. So we're going to do 2 signatures. And I've already have all the pages like I said. Oh, let's see. Which way do I want to fold this one? If they're like this, I'll fold them like this and see if they're actually wide enough to keep upright. If not, then I think this one is wide enough, actually. Let's fold it this way, and then I'll cut it down. But see, this won't be too much shorter, and we'll have other pages that are the full length of the width. But we'll have different size pages. Let me tell you how wide let me actually tell you the whole size of this cover, in case you might be interested. This one is actually almost 5 inches. It's just 1 notch under 5 inches. Yeah, and I want to make sure. And then the length is, let's see, about 1 notch over 7.5 inches. So just round it off to 5 by 7. 5 by 7. So yeah, I think this will go this way. And this I already had folded in my stash with the papers I have pulled out to put in these journals, these vintage journals. So I'm going to leave that one how it is. And then here is a dictionary page. I'm going to put the journal to the side for a moment so we can look at all the pages. I can show you what they are and go ahead and fold them. And then we'll cut them down. So that's a dictionary page. These are all vintage papers. If it's not vintage, I'll tell you, but I believe they're all vintage. I think I'm going to fold this one this way too. This is from a high school program. Very cool. This is from a math book. Let's see, what do I have? 2. Okay, these I'm going to leave like this, but then I'll cut them down. There's even some writing on here. And I'll also I'll probably cut off, since I have to cut them down anyway to fit, I'll cut off this kind of rough part here where it was but previously bound in a book. Cut that off and put those back together. So I'm going to leave those like that for the moment. And then we'll get started on that. But yeah, I want to try to get a lot done here. So I'm going to leave these like this together. I'll have to reinforce it because they're coming apart right here, and I have to cut them down too. So I might just cut a good portion off over here. Anyway, so I'll leave those together, and then we'll cut them down and reinforce them in a minute. I just kind of want to get them all folded. This will be too thin this way for my, what I like to do. So I'm going to fold this one this way. This is a pretty yellow page from I guess it's a phone book. I guess you could call it a phone book. And then these are garden pages. I'm going to leave these like this. These are 2, like this, 2 pages. So we'll cut those down in a moment. And then I've got some coffee dye paper. I like to have coffee dye paper in a vintage journal. I would like to do an all coffee dye paper journal, but I don't know if y'all would like that. So this is my coffee dye Astro Brights paper. And then this is from Ideals magazine. Let's see, let's fold this one this way, upright. And this is scrapbook paper. So this, I think I'm going to, there's 2 scrapbook papers here. I think I'm going to wait a moment on, oh no, that's my glue guard. This is the 2 scrapbook papers. This one's actually musical scrapbook paper. So that was it, like I said, originally a music book. So, and here's the pages from the book that I picked out to put in here. So this was in the very front of the book. See right here. First of all, this matches the inside of the covers, if you remember, that green and white. And it says of music right here. There's a little stamp, which I think is very cool and just so makes it so vintagey looking, which it is vintage, of course. But, oh, I just heard something that scared me. I think there's a bug in here flying around. I don't know what it is, but it just scared me to death because I thought somebody was walking up here, which it would just be my son or something. But anyway, sorry. I just jumped out of my chair. I just hope the bug doesn't come over here. Bugs get in. I don't know how. I'm upstairs. Like, how do they get in here? The windows are closed. I don't know. But anyway, Washington something school library. Grammar, I think it says there. So it looks like this has been in a couple of schools because that says Washington and the other one said Greensboro. So interesting. But I thought this was a really pretty page. It's blank on the back, so it can be written on. And then I thought I'd put it together with, I thought I had, let's see. I thought I had another page here with it. Maybe I pulled up. Oh, I do. Okay, yeah. I think I meant to, there's a page with it already. That's right. Okay, I'm confused. So we've got this page, which is was the first page in the book. Then it has this one, which is still connected. But I'll probably take this apart because this is a little bulky, this original connection with this extra paper. I'll probably take those apart and put them back together. But it had this extra kind of blank page there. So that one's already folded. And then these are the other pages from the book that I'm going to cut and put back together. But this title page, see the story of music. And then here's the back of that. Copyright 1931 right there. And then so these two pages would go together. These were both together in the front of the book. You know, one right after the other is what I mean. This is like a dedication here. And it's blank on the back. So writing room there. And then this saw glue on my finger. This is an index page, which I thought was just nice because it's first of all, I like index pages, and second, it's blank again, but it's from the book, so this is from the book too, just a total blank page. So I thought I'd put those two together. And then this is from the back of the book. It was like right in front of the library pocket. So again, that green and white paper. But this little paper right here says date due. There's no writing on it except for that, as you can see. And I think that, you know, maybe they were going to use this. Maybe it was originally stuck down with some glue, but now it's loose. But I'm going to leave it just like that, and then, you know, whoever it ends up with it can do whatever they want. But it would be a nice little writing spot, or they can try to remove it if they want. I don't think I would do that because I would be afraid that I would tear. I think that it's just a cool old vintage page, you know. So anyway, like I said, that was in the back of the book. Let's see what I have here. Oh, I am short a page still. Okay, I need another page to go with this. Let's see, what did I do with the pages? I have them somewhere. And then here's this was in the front of the book. Oh, these two were in the front of the book. This has the name of the book. This information here. And that's blank on the back. And then this is, there was only, I think there was another picture in the book, but this was the only colorful one. So I thought that was kind of interesting. A mystery play in the Middle Ages. And it's shiny too. So see how it's glossy? I thought this whole book of like this type of pages, and then you have one glossy page. Anyway, I thought I would keep those together. And oh, here's the pages right here. So this was just, what was this? Oh, this was from the back of the book. So I need one more page to go with that. So I'll just, here's the pages. The last book I did something with all of the pages. But this book, there's just too many. there's no way. See, there's a picture. Uh-oh, that bug's flying around. If you hear buzzing, it's that bug. I don't know what it is. I think it's some kind of bee. Like I said, I don't know how they get in, but they get in. But my mom told me if you don't bother them, they won't bother you. So I'm sticking with that. Don't come over here. What is that? Oh, that's not a bee. I don't think that's it. But this is not a bee, so it's not a bug that will hurt me. But it is a bug that will come over here and disturb me and make me jump out of my chair if it comes over here. So beware, if I all of a sudden scream and jump out of my chair, you know what's happening. I'm shooing away a bug. I'll get it later. Right now, I don't know where he came from, so he's here to visit me for the time being. Anyway, here's a picture. Sorry about that. Stuff that happens during videos, right? Another picture. So that's the type of pictures that are in here. So that one, these could be good fun for making ephemera though. The pictures, cut them out, make a journaling card or decoration of some type. So yeah, I thought I would, look at that, Handel. That's cool. Huh. That is very cool. So classical musicians. Maybe this is about classical music. Oh, there's something about Bach right there. Bach choir. Maybe you want to read some of this. Okay. Oh, there's some music notes. Yeah, so I'm going to send this along with this journal, these pages. And the bug is just giving me the heebie-jeebies. There's another picture. Primitive drum. Yeah, journal cards, pockets, whatever you want to make out of these. That's a pretty like page right there with that picture on the top. And then it has, the font is actually really nice in here too. And then there it says the story of music. Another, see, they had a lot of these blank pages in here. There's a blank with this on the other side. And then well, this is the contents, but blank on the back. And then this one is the preface. And then a blank on the back. So lots of possible, I mean, you could glue this down if you wanted a writing room and use one of these pages with blank space and make writing spots. So on the text pages or whatever. So yeah, lots of potential there. So anyway, I picked out another one to go with this. And now we got to figure out the size of our pages so that I can get all the pages the same, you know, within that dimension. So let's see, what shall I do that with? Maybe a scrap of paper first, because I want these scrap of papers to be probably cover pages for the signatures this time. So let's see how we can do that. I'm going to measure like this and kind of put it inside here. Well, I did say 5 by 7, but it needs to be a little smaller than 5. I'm going to actually use my ruler. I rarely do that, but I want to, it was, what did I say? It was 1 under the 5. So I need to make it about 5 1/4, about right there. And I still might have to cut it down some, but I'm going to fold there and see what we have. This I used on the back, this paper right here, and I had this big chunk that I cut off, so I thought that would be a perfect page. I think that's going to be too wide, but let's actually make, well, yeah, no, let's cut this off, because I know I'm going to have to cut this down. You can just tell, if you look at it, you can probably even tell through the camera that this is going to be too wide for this book. So here's a little scrap to cut off, so I'll send along with it too. Pages, I'm going to keep a little pile over there, things that are going with this. Let's see now, is it actually, oh, it might actually work out as a, you know, since it's a cover. Wow, I really thought that was going to be too wide, but I think it might be perfect. Okay, so but we need to cut off some length here too. So let me bring it down a little bit here and here, and then I'm going to cut about right there. So are y'all having some warm weather like we are? Like I feel like it's kind of like I went through a time warp or something with the weather. Like it was 15 degrees and then it was 80 degrees. Like what happened? I'm so glad it's warm, but that was just a very drastic change. Which I like. I'm like, okay, spring is here. So glad. I was worried there for a second when it was 15 degrees last week. Last week it's actually warmer. It was the week before that it was 15 degrees and snowing, 8 inches here or something like that. Insanity. This I won't keep. Okay, that page is going to work out well. All right, so let's see. I won't sew them together during the video, but, you know, I won't sew them into the journal, but I will. But we'll see if we can get all these pages together, figure out where they're going to go real quick. I'll sew them in, and before you know it, we'll be doing a flip through. So, and then I can get my Easter stuff out. Like, you know, the time is flying by. And actually, I'm doing this video. You probably won't see it for a few days, but I'm doing it on Saturday night, and I know the time changes. We set our clocks, forward tonight? So we get to lose an hour, right? I think I'm saying that right. So, yeah, but that's fine. But I am enjoying this warm weather, let me tell you, because my granddaughter was over today, and she's came over, like, whatever, a couple weeks ago, and she wanted to go outside, and I was like, no. It's too cold. I can't go out there. And now today she wanted to go outside again. I was like, yes, let's go. I just was very glad to get out there and enjoy the warm weather. And it wasn't hot or anything. It was just nice. This is a nice vintage book here. From a nice vintage book. Really cute page. See, it looks cute cut down. So we're just going to put them in here. This is going to be very eclectic, so I really don't have to be too concerned with the order, although I still have a strategy as far as, like, I'll put a text page and then I'll put something with color in it and like that. I don't really want to put text pages right next to other text pages if I can help it. So, yeah, so she was, we were having fun outside today playing. She went on the swing set and she's 5 now, so if you have kids or you have grandkids as they get older, it's amazing, actually. You enjoy every age, but and I've enjoyed her every age, 1 through now 5. But today was amazing because usually all the years prior, every year when it's spring and summer, we're outside and she wants to go outside and play on the swing. We have a swing set in the backyard for her, and she wants to go out there, so I'm the one that goes out there with her. And let's see, what do we just put in a short page? I'm calling this a shorter page. It's not that much shorter, actually, though, but yeah. But anyway, so I was just amazed at the difference between already, like, this was our first time out, because, it's the warm weekend that we've had since the weather decided to warm up. And it just, I have 2 kids. I have 2 boys. And, but all previous years with her, I'm the one, like I said, to go outside with her when she wants to go outside. And I have been just following her around, like watching her like a hawk and just, at her side, make sure she doesn't go anywhere. She likes to wander around and see things and do things and pick up, sticks and whatever, how kids are. And so I'm usually like right there with her and follow her around to make sure she's not, touching anything she's not supposed to, going anywhere she's not supposed to, wandering off, whatever type of thing. And this year, 5 years old, I was able to just, like, I went out to the swing set with her for a bit, and then she wanted to do her, like, little wandering around, picking up sticks thing, doing whatever kids like to do in the backyard. And this is a cute little advertisement. I'll include this. Look, you can cut these out right here and make drawing cards, or cut this one out and use this side on this one. Yeah, I'll put that in a little stack to go with it. But yeah, this year, after we got done with the swing set, I just stood there for a while, watched her and talked to her at the swing set, and then I sat down in one of our chairs and just watched her, because I just felt more comfortable now that she's 5, and I was able to be like, she would wander over, like, where she's getting too far away, and I'd be like, and she actually went somewhere where I couldn't see her, and I'm like, I can't see you, I need to see you. And I said, you need to come back so I can see you, you can't go where I can't see you. And she came back. I mean, it just amazed me because of the difference between last year and this year, So, I mean, she probably could have done that last year, but I'm just, overprotective Mimi. And overprotective Mimi. So, this year, though, I felt better about it. So, yeah, so it actually helped me have a kind of a good time, too. Not that I didn't have a good time before, but you know what I mean? It was very nice just to be able to, she even told me, she's like, sit down and relax. I'm like, oh, okay, I will. That's a good idea. Sit down and relax, Mimi. Okay. So, yep, it was fun. I enjoyed it. Not having to run after her. I just sat there and talked to her, let her wander around a little bit and pick up. She likes to pick up sticks, and she was picking up. We have the trees that have the seed pods. What are they called? Poplar trees. Poplar, Poplar, in case you don't have those in your neck of the woods. We have them here in my neck of the woods, and I'm going to put some washi on here. And they, some people hate them. We just mow over the seeds. They're not seeds, they're hard round balls that have prickles on them. Those are seed pods that we have here from those trees. We just run over them. Some people actually take them out of their yard. And they get very tall, like super tall trees, very tall. And it's just, I'm amazed at the tallness of them too, because like in Florida, our tallest trees were palm trees. And I just kind of always wanted a regular tree. And we loved our palm trees, don't get me wrong. I love palm trees. I wish I could have them here. It's too cold here for palm trees. But in Florida, I always wanted kind of a different tree, but I never really got a different tree. We just had palm trees in our yard. And I think did we have a fruit tree? Oh, we had banana trees, which were nice to have bananas. They actually had bananas. But yeah, so the poplar trees, she liked to pick up those seeds is what I'm getting at. She liked to pick up those poplar seed trees, seed pods, and she said she was making a fire. So she put the sticks in a little pile and put the seed pods in it. It could actually have made a pretty good little fire, things to make an actual bonfire or something. But no, we didn't make a fire. She just pretended like she was making a fire. So I don't know where she got that idea, except that I'd have a little fire thing, not a fire pit, but a little. I don't like a little fire pit, but not a fire pit. It's a little thing that has a little bit of fire coming out of it, and you can roast marshmallows or whatever on it. And that is in the area where I was sitting. So let's put some of these pages together as we're doing this. And let me concentrate. I'm talking a little bit too much to work quickly, so I need to concentrate on what I'm doing and cut straight lines. So this is the math pages. I think I'll go ahead and put this back together, and then if it's too wide, I can cut a little bit off over here. But I'm just using my glue stick here and putting a little, this is permanent glue stick, and I'm putting the washi, using some, I really have been enjoying using up some of my washi this way. I used quite a few making these folios, because most of the pages from the last journal, I made these folios, which I showed you, and I have a few more to make. They've just been, believe it or not, I thought I could just whip those out, get them done a couple hours. No, they took a lot longer. This washi I have to peel off the back. I'm trying to figure out or remember how this works. Yeah, so I used up this through the last couple of journals, and those folios I used up at least 2 or 3 washi tapes, which I'm very glad of, because I wasn't using my washi tapes very much, and I'm glad to be using them. Let's see how much. This is all. Okay, I can take this off, I think. Cut it off right here. Let me cut this off and get this extra. This is what I peeled off. Okay, and I just have this left, and I'll actually need to go grab, if I need any more, I'm going to have to go grab another washi tape. Thought I had more than that on that roll, but I've already used a lot of it up. Okay, so did I already put a math page in here? No, so I think I only have this one though. Okay, so that is a little bit too, no, it's not too tall. It's a little bit too wide. I just need to cut a sliver off though. It's not that wide, so just a little sliver. Yeah, so I would like to put a little bit of color in here. So let me see, what did I have with color on it? Oh, one of my garden pages. So yeah, these worked out really nice in the last page, and I just cut them down to fit in here. That's all I did. They worked out, they looked really nice. See, this is all blank here anyway. Cut a little bit off the bottom and you're good to go. That little blank part and a little bit off the bottom and you're good to go. And you got this pretty garden page in here. And these were all vintage papers from vintage books. So alright, so this can go, yeah, how much do I need to cut off? I guess I can measure it this way. I just can't, the other page is shorter, so I'm trying to see where that needs to be cut. I can't see it that way. Let me do it like this. Yeah, I guess that would be alright. I don't know why I turned it over. I guess I just need to turn this over. Just figuring it out. Yeah, that'll fit within the parameters of the, I think it's not too tall, we'll see. So I'm going to cut right up to there, see what I'm left with. There, that'll be pretty. Opens like that. Got that flower, got a flower there, and a pretty flower there, and all the gardeny information. So we have a text, a colorful page, text, we got color on this page. Then let's put this one here. That's the program garden, and that's the math. I think the math is a little bit too tall. Let me look this over again. Yeah, it's just a sliver too tall. Let me cut a little bit off the bottom because there's nothing on the bottom of this. Just a sliver off the bottom. And then it will be all right. And that was right here. I kind of like this for the middle though. You know what? I think I like this for the middle. So we're going to put that here again. That's where it was. And the thing about putting these together is you do have to wait for that glue to dry. And that glue, this permanent glue actually does dry really fast. See, there's no sticky here right now, but I just want to make sure it's not, you know, sticking these pages together. So I didn't feel any sticky just then. All right, are all our pages within the cover? I think so. And so what's next? We can work on the second page too, or second signature too. Let's see how many pages we have in here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in this one already. That's good. Okay. Let's cut this one down. There's a lot of blank on these book pages. And I have a whole book of these book pages like this with a little poem in the middle. So I am going to use this for a little. And these, let's see, this doesn't, oh yeah, I said this needs to be reinforced because it's coming apart right here. But I'm going to cut it down first this time. Let me see. Yeah, that'll fit right over the poem and keep the whole poem. And this side, a little bit of the poem will get cut off. Let's see. Since I'm going to cut this, I'm going to put this back together anyway. Let me cut the length first. So I'm going to cut like right under this picture. That won't really be cutting anything off. So where's my scissors? Right here. I need to empty my trash. Getting very full. Okay, and now a little bit off the top, about a little more than 1/4 of an inch. Trying to see where my bug friend is. I have a new bug friend apparently. I just heard him clang on the light. Did you hear that? A little ping. I don't think it's a ladybug. I did have a, well, the ladybugs hang out. If they get in, they go into my bathroom downstairs, the master bathroom downstairs. Don't know why, like, why do they go to a certain room, you know? I don't know. Okay, like I said, I'm going to cut. I kind of want to keep this whole poem here. There's just a picture over here, and there's a poem here. And these two, this one goes way out here, so I think I'm going to go let this one be my guide and cut on beside that word right there. And then put it back together. A lot of work, right? But you know, this doesn't bother me at all. I don't mind putting pages. I've been doing it a lot, so apparently I don't mind it at all. I kind of, you know, I like being able to use the pages, and I like being able to keep them upright, so, you know, a lot of times, instead of folding them the other way. Although I do like to fold them the other way too, just for that nice junk journaly look, you know. So I leave a little gap. I guess you noticed that. I didn't really say it, I don't think, but leave a little gap, just like when you make a spine, so you have, you know, you don't have the pages trying to fold on each other and create some type of bulk there. So yeah, just a little tiniest gap you can leave and still be able to fold your page. So see, that needs to dry a little bit, and that dries, you know, it dries clear. You can't see anything once it's dry from this some glue stick. Okay, so let's make the cover for our second signature with this scrapbook paper real quick. This is the music. This is coffee dyed on the back, by the way. And yeah, I was going to use this for the back cover, but it was just too, I wanted a little color back there. It was kind of, you know, it's very neutral, so I kind of wanted a little color back there. I just thought it was prettier with a little color on the back of the journal. So I used that colorful scrapbook paper, although it's a very shaded, vintagey look to that color. So, but I thought it went well with the colors on the front too. So that's why I used it. So I had a lot of questions. I guess I could review this real quick. Let me see, make sure this is upright. Yeah, it goes this way. Okay, so it goes this way. And then let me cut this scrap off here. And this will go in the goodies. Another little pretty scrap. And let's see. Let's cut this off here. Oh, what was I going to say? I forget now. I was just going to tell you something really important. Now I forget what it was. I'll think of it in a second. All right. This is really confusing about which way this goes. And I played the piano, so, but I believe it goes this way. Yeah, it looks like it goes. It's just that it's so shaded. It's very shaded, so it's kind of like makes it, you know, like you can't really see it well. This could be a page here, so we're going to save that. We're going to save that there for a second. I'm letting that other page dry, and then this one and this one I was letting dry too. This was not quite dry yet, but this math page should be dry by now. So let's put this in the second signature, and then see what else we have here. We have the coffee dyed paper. Oh, that's what it was, the rub-ons. I was going to mention the rub-ons because a lot of people have been asking about the rub-ons, and They are linked below. They are linked below. I got them at Walmart.com. And you can't go in a store and get them. You have to order them from online. And that's where I got them, and I have it linked below. I applied to be and was accepted to be a Walmart affiliate. I kind of I didn't even know it was a thing, and I kind of just looked into it. I didn't hear about anybody else doing it or anything. I was like, I wonder, because I'm an Amazon affiliate, and, I love Walmart, and I do a lot of shopping on Walmart, so I was like, I wonder, something made me think of it well, there's some big names, fashion ladies that do fashion for Walmart, and that I haven't been watching them lately, but I was watching them regularly for a good while, and I know they were Amazon affiliates, and maybe that's where I got it. I was thinking, I wonder what it takes to become a Walmart affiliate, and so, yeah, I looked it up on their website and everything, and applied, and that was it. I was an Amazon affiliate. I was deemed an Amazon affiliate. I guess you just have to have, I don't know. I guess I had whatever you have to have, and I'm going to do this card and page on for this one now. But yeah, so now I can, it's just like Amazon, as far as you just earn a few pennies from. Well, you know what, it is pretty much like Amazon. Like, they'll tell you, I noticed Walmart and Amazon, they both do the same thing. They kind of send you emails on what they, what they think is popular, what you should, put in your social media. I don't really do that. I just put the links of things that I use. But one day I might do that. I might, pay more attention to that when I have, if I retire. That would be a thing I would have time to do, maybe, hopefully then. I don't really have time to really look into all that right now. But Walmart does the same thing, this month, so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so is trending and popular, and you're going to be paid more if you advertise, in your social media, these certain things. And I'm like, oh, that would be great if I had time to do that. So, yeah. So I don't do that right now. I just link the things that I use, like the rub-ons. So they are linked below, because I've had a lot of questions about it. Like I said, where did I get them? And that's where I got them. Walmart.com. They are linked, and if you click on my link, just like Amazon, it doesn't cost you any more, but I get a credit for it. So as far as whatever, I like I said, I just became a Walmart affiliate, so I don't have any really idea how much I would ever be paid on it. If I ever get paid anything, I'll let you know. But yeah, I really will. But no, it's not like they're sending me checks every month. I've got nothing so far, so, but I just became one, so. I mean, I hardly make anything from the Amazon one, so I think that, I tell you the truth, I mean, I know a lot of people get on here and tell you how much they made from YouTube and wherever, things like that. I think I've been an Amazon affiliate for years, and I've made $10 a year for real. I'm telling you the absolute truth. I made 10, and I know you can make money on it if you really, mention it and share it on all your social media in certain ways and on Pinterest, and I don't have time for that. I don't have time to do all that, so I don't do that. But yeah. So Walmart. So I was gonna say, I made $10, $11 a year for several years. I think, I don't even know if it was even that much for to tell you the truth. But this year I actually got a check for the whole year, because they don't really send you a check. They're like, you didn't make enough money to get, to distribute a check or whatever. Which that's the message I get every month from Amazon. You didn't make enough money to, qualify to get a check. And so this year, at the end, I think in December or January, and it was for last year, I actually got a check for $54. Woo! No, I was happy. I was like, oh my goodness, that's the most I ever made from Amazon. I don't know. So whoever clicked on my links and ordered whatever, thank you very much. because it does come in handy. Even, you know, every little bit helps, right? And that's not really a little bit. It's a lot more than $10. So I was happy. I was very happy. You know, that helps me pay for my craft supplies, whatever, pay my bills. Dollar Tree stuff. So, all right. So let me see. What do we have left? We didn't put our coffee dyed paper in this. Oh, we did put it. I thought we did. I thought we already put one here too. Okay, that's upside down. All right, we're gonna finish these up real quick here because I know this video is getting a little long. So I said I wanted this one in the middle. So let's actually, because I kind of wanted to separate these two pages. Are kind of, I don't know, they're the same color. So we'll put a coffee dye page there, and what is that, 7 or 8 pages in that one, and then this was our middle page. Let's put that back in there. And then the garden page is already in this one. Okay, so here's a colorful page. Let's put that one in here. We're going to cut it down in a second. And I'm going to put this one, the Ideals magazine page, in here. So let's just cut this off to fit the length. I'm not really putting, am I putting pockets in here? I'm not really putting pockets in here. I'm just putting the cutoffs in here in the goodie packs. Because these are supposed to be blank journals, but I'm decorating them very, very lightly. Putting the little, you know, pretty papers in the, let's separate this now again, right here. In the goodie pack, and then, you know, whoever gets this can make whatever pockets they want, side tucks, whatever, side flip outs and things like that. All right, let's put this one in the second signature. I think we need, the rest might need to go in the second signature. I kind of have the first one pretty filled up. Okay, I'm just going to cut that off. So yeah, let me know if you have any more questions. I'm glad to answer. I'm going to put, that's a pretty cut off. I'm going to put that in the goodie pack. And then this one, gosh, I really would like to do these as fold outs. Just make a little fold here on this one. I just love this color of paper. I love all my colored paper. So I hate to just cut it off, but you know, if this was any colored paper, I would be like, or scrapbook paper, I have trouble. I'd rather just leave it. And then if they want to cut it off, they can, whoever gets this. Okay, where's my garden page? That's supposed to be in the middle here. Let's do it like this. We got these pretty flowers. We'll put those in the middle. All right, let's see what kind of, uh-oh, my friend's back. Just heard a buzz above my head. Okay, we're going to put that one there. Okay, there's that. And now what do we have left? Oh, okay. What we have left are all the pages from this book. 1, 2, 3, 4. I meant to have an even number. I might have to leave one of these out if we have too many pages here. So I'm going to put one in each signature and then count our pages. I definitely want to do this one with the green and a little note on it. I think that one's really cool. So, but I'm going to cut off this rough edge. They're too wide anyway, so there we go. And let's see how wide it is now. So I think I'm going to do it like, I mean, it's going to be in, it's not going to be the end of the signature, like as far as the last page anyway, but let's cut off a little. I don't want to cut off too much of this because I really love that green and white, but I have to cut off a little bit. So a little sliver on this side, the other side, and then we got to put them back together. But let me cut off the length first. I think I have enough washi tape to do this one, but then I'm going to have to go grab some more washi. Okay, so we'll see what it's like after. Okay, sliver off the bottom, I think. Sliver off the bottom. Let me see, is that enough? There we go. It's not even, it's like it's like 1/8 of an inch. So, okay, now let's put this back together. Cut that rough part off. And let's see. Oh, where's my, I haven't been using my glue guard. Let me put that here. I guess I didn't notice I didn't seem to get any glue on my mat here, so I guess I'm okay. All right, slight little division there, little gap, and washi tape. And then I'm going to have to, where did that washi tape go? I might have some over my table right here. My stash is over there by the door. So it's a little bit farther away. I have to pause. If I have to go over by the door, I have to pause. If it's over there on the table, I can go grab it real quick and still stay on video. All right, let's see if this is good or do I need to cut off anymore. But I do need to let it dry. So I want to see if it fits. Let's put this one since it's the end page from the book, let's put it in the end, in the second signature. So we will just, let's see. Got a good variety of pages in here, colors and things. But let's see, that's a math book. Let's put it right here. That'll give us some color there too. All right, I'm going to plan on putting it there actually. And then let me put it over there to dry because I don't want it to stick my pages together. And then let's do these real quick. Do I have enough washi to do this? Yeah, I got enough to do one more. We're going to cut the rough edges off. We have to cut off some anyway, right? And do I want to cut off some from both sides? Yeah. I just want to cut off some from both sides so I don't cut too much of one side, if that makes sense. It probably doesn't. And then we had to cut off, what, 1/8 of an inch off the bottom. Let's do that now that we figured out what's going on with these pages, what size we need. Can do it a little quicker. All right, some glue. And there we go. I like to make sure this is not getting sticky either, so it doesn't like glue my pages down to my glue guard here. I have to be careful of that so I don't damage my pages. So I'm going to turn it over in a second. All right, the last piece of this roll. Thank goodness, and I'm just so glad to be using it. I don't want it to go to waste, you know. You get old where you can't even use it at all or something. I don't know if that happens, but I mean, I've put glue on it whether it's new or old, so I don't know if it really matters, but still, I don't want it to just sit here and we never use it, so. Oh, got something stuck in my hand. I'm trying to put something in the trash. Okay, that's another page that needs to dry. I'm going to turn this over, throw this out, empty piece. Most of my washi isn't like that, the peel off kind. It's usually the regular kind, but that one, I don't know where I got it, but it's that kind that has the backing. All right, we're going to put this together. I'm going to jump over to my table. Well, I guess I might as well pause but don't go anywhere. We're almost done. I want you to see. What's going on here. But we'll cut this real quick like we did the others. Let's go ahead and cut them. 1/8 of an inch. It's pretty much 1/8 of an inch on these all the way around, isn't it? Yeah, it really is. So that's one we got to do when I get back. I'm getting washy. The title page, this will go on the first signature. And the index page will go in the second signature. I mean, I don't have to put all these in there, but I just really like, I mean, kind of like a little, well, in the little golden book, I usually put all the pages in there, you know, unless they're damaged or unless I don't like a page. Like I don't put the scary pages if it's a journal with a scary, I mean, if it's a little golden book with a scary part, or just like a, you know, how the old stories are. Sometimes they have the scary parts, or the, you know, the parts that are, you know, something bad happens in the story. Like even in Bambi, you know, where they have the fire, you know, I don't put those pages in my, I don't put those pages in my journal because I don't know, I don't think they belong, I wouldn't want it in my journal. So I figured y'all, you know, y'all wouldn't want it in there either. And then what's the story with the Sleeping Beauty, Cinderella? They all have their, you know, pages with the scary witches and things like that. So I don't put those. I don't put Maleficent in my journals. I don't know if you ever noticed that, but I don't think I ever mentioned it. I just said, oh, these are pages I put in here. But yeah, no, I don't put Maleficent in my journals or any other scary witches. Because I just try to put myself in, you know, I figure I'm pretty average, so I figure, you know, you're all like me. You don't want them in your journal, so I don't put them in there. All right, I'm kind of measuring, but I don't really need to. So why am I? I don't know. Just wanted to see if I'm doing it right. All right, so now it's time to, this just looks a little wide, but this will go on the first signature. All right, it's going to be quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, I did have some on the table. It's a skinnier one, but really pretty. This is 89 cents right there. Very vintagey. It's a new one that I got for my birthday. So, for my, that little junk journal ephemera kit that I got for my son and daughter-in-law. Yeah, they had that washi in there. So, I grabbed that. That's the only one I had right next to me on my table. I had two more over there. Did I use them up? I don't know where they are. I might have put them back because I think I was using those on the little gold, the ones I did have over there. I think I was using them on the little golden books I was doing. The little journals, you know, first little golden book journals in Rand McNally and Whitman. Yeah, I think I was using it. Gap is a little bit too big. I think I was using it on those. So I thought it was too colorful. Oh, that's pretty. I do like to see the washi sometimes. Oh, it's like I said, it's a little thinner. That didn't quite. Let me see if I can kind of reposition that. Didn't. That's why I was trying to get it as close as possible too, because this is a little thinner. Let's try that again. Can we do it? All right, so I'm going to get it pretty close, but still leave a gap. Okay, I'm trying to get, my fingers are in a weird position because I'm trying to not get glue on, like I feel a little bit on my fingers. I'm trying not to glue my fingers to the pages here. Okay, now get this back out. Try again. Now, right, I gotta get this right in the middle since it's so thin. Did you see that? This might not be worth it. I might need to get a wider one. This is just so pretty though. I thought it would look nice. All right, I think I've got it now. Okay, I think I've got it. Okay, sorry. Jeez, I didn't mean to take so long on that. Okay. That's pretty though, isn't it? Look at that. Very pretty. Let's let that dry. Oh, I've got these two drying over here. Okay. Yeah, that's nice and dry now. This one's still a little sticky. I'm going to leave that over there to dry too. This one's dry. This is a back page, back signature, I should say. And we're going to put that right in front of the gold here. All right. Those two, we've got two drawing, and then this will go in the first signature. This is the title page with the copyright of 1931. I'm going to try to put less glue. I'm going to do it right, because I was using that, you know, that white, it's not wide washi, but it was wider than the one I have right now. So I was kind of putting one glue strip on each side, but now I'm just going to put one right down the middle, so then we won't have that so much drying time to wait for. Hopefully. I don't know, we probably still will though, because it's still wider than the actual washi tape. That went on nicely. And I only do it on one side. I don't, if it's if you put it on both sides, I think that it usually makes your pages too stiff when you try to turn them. I mean, I'm sure they'll loosen up, but, you know, maybe nice and sturdy, but they're a little stiff at, you know, at first. So I just put it on one side so we don't get that stiffness, but we still get the sturdiness of, you know, extra something in the middle there. Okay. Last one, I'm going to turn this over. It's getting sticky on this side. This side's dry now. And these are some nice vintage papers here. Glue stick. I'm going to do 2 swipes to make sure I get enough glue on there. And then washi tape. Alright, now, yeah, that worked out really good there. I don't even have, it's like I don't feel any stickiness on the outside of that one. So let me put this out of the way now. Get our journal back over here. We'll see how these signatures look. So this one is not sticky, like I said. And so let's see what's dry. And let's see how many pages we have in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I have 10 already in here. That means 10 papers, folded 20 pages, you know, double that, what did I say, 20, 40 surfaces. Okay, so this was going to be back page 2, back signature page, second signature page. So let's put that right here. This is the one that wasn't sticky. And then I would like to put, let's see, let's count how many pages we have in here actually. Oh, what is this sticking out here? The garden page is going to have to be cut down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the garden page is way too wide. There's a, you know, that's the middle page, and is it way too wide? It's just a little too wide. I think maybe both of these pages are a little bit too wide. They're about the same size, but it's just they're not way too wide. I needed to tuck them in, but they're a little bit they're a sliver too wide. And that's because we've added pages and it made them protrude out more each time. Okay, that's better. Okay, so 8 and 10. And we've got 3 more of the whole 2-page sections to put in here. So this one goes in the first, so that's going to be 11. I'm going to say papers instead of pages. Let's put this right in the front since it's the title page. I think that will be cool. And so that's 11 in that one. We only have 8, so we need to put 2 more of these pages in here. Oh, this is the front page too. Wait a minute. I want that one in the front. So we're going to have to move. We're going to have to move a couple of these pages. I like this here as a starting page too, like almost like a title page for the second signature. That'll be cool. All right, let's see. Let us see what we have here. I'm going to move this one. And we got text there. That. Copy. Math. Okay, so I'm going to move this one to here. Put this one in here. Let's put this one in the front. That'll be some nice color when you turn this page. And then, like it was in the book, then the title page. Okay. And then this one, is that all the pages? Oh, this is what the, oh my goodness, I didn't even realize I had 2 pages here. I didn't mean to do that. Huh. And this is a Christmas page anyway. Let's cut this one off. Oh my goodness. That is so weird. I need to cut the fold off so that I can separate these 2 pages. That was so weird. I had no idea I had 2 pages. See that? That's a Christmas page. Look at those, are cute right there. Little 2 fun tags. And this is a sewing page. So that's why I chose this one. Okay. Let's get let's put this one here. So we have text in between the copy dyed and the yellow page. Now, I think I'm going to go ahead and put, I don't think I have, I think I have like 11 pages in that one. Papers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I have 11 here now too? Alright, I think we're good to go then. I'll count them again off video and make sure. But I think we're good to go with both of those. And that's how it'll look. And I'm going to, of course, put some ephemera in here. And I'm trying to decide if I'm going to put pockets in. So if I put any pockets, ephemera, clip some things in. And it'll be good to go. I have I actually already have a tassel made for it. And I'll put, a little ribbon around as a closure, like I've been doing. And that should be it. I'll have to find some ribbon that matches. This bird has all kinds of colors in him. Blues, and his blues almost look purple, reds, yellows, black. We've got a pink flower. And this one has basically red and grays. And then you've got the gold of this, back here. So anyway, stay tuned for the flip through. I might do some decorating on video, so stay tuned for that. And then I'll get out my Easter stuff. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this long video. And I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.